Today we're going to talk about developing a load, and I'm going to take you with me step by step and show you exactly how I develop a load here at Elevation Rifles for a lot of customers. I've done this on a lot of different rifles, and it's worked every time. I feel like it's the easiest way with the fewest shots to get to finding the accuracy node of your rifle and to find the forgiving spot in your rifle, and also at the same time getting your velocity numbers that you need for long-range shots. Low standard deviation, low extreme spread numbers, so that the curve remains the same every time. I got a 300 PRC here today. It shoots great with factory ammo, but the problem with most factory ammo that I've found is the velocity numbers differ a lot. You'll see 30, 40, even 50 feet per second difference in some of the velocities, but they shoot great at 100 yards. But at 1,000 yards, if one bullet's going 40 or 50 feet per second slower or faster than another one, you're going to hit high or low. And so, not only are we trying for accuracy at 100 yards is what I typically develop loads at, but we're also trying to get the standard deviation and the extreme spread numbers down into the single digits. So let's go, let's do this. Let's see if we can develop a load for this 300 PRC, and I'll let you tag along. Enjoy. All right, we're ready to shoot. Got a few rounds loaded up. As you can see, I have a chronograph strapped to the front of my rifle. This is a MagnetoSpeed bayonet style chrono. I found them to be very accurate, and they have a little LCD screen that records every shot. I think up to 5 at a time, and yeah, gives me the numbers I'm looking for. All right, let's get to shooting. All right, we are at 2882 on that shot. All right, that one was 2868. All right, let's keep walking our way across there. Something I did not mention is this rifle is a Sequence Precision Havoc HP2. I do a lot of these rifles. They shoot amazing. They shoot great. I've had great success, great luck with them. A lot of guys like them. Love these style stocks on them. A little more bench resty, but they're still only like 7 pounds in a bare rifle. Great rifles. All right, shot number 3 and 4. I'm giving this about 5-10 minutes between each 2 shots, just so I'm not heating the barrel up, just so we're getting true readings, just so everything, simulating those first couple shots without heating up the barrel. In a hunting situation, that's typically all you're dealing with is 1 or 2 shots, and not getting that barrel heated up. And anyway, all right, let's do this. Shot number 3 and 4. All right, here's the first 4 shots. Shows you shot number 2, shot number 3, shot number 4. Where 2 was 28.68, 3 was 28.97, and shot number 4 was 28.94. You noticed on those last 2 shots they started grouping better than the first couple, and our velocity difference is only 3 feet per second. So let's shoot shot number 5 and see what that does. All right, shot number 5 and 6. Shot number 1 was at 29.09, shot number 2 is 29.11. Those shots look to be about a half MOA apart. Maybe a little bit more. Let's load one more up at 0.2 grains more and shoot that, but there's a good chance that we've got what we're looking for out of those last 4 shots. All right, let's shoot one more shot, see what kind of velocities we're getting. The last 2 were within 2 feet per second of each other on velocities. Yeah, let's see what this one does. Alright, you can see we lost accuracy there, and our velocity jumped from 29.11 all the way to 29.42. So we know we had a 4-shot string there that our velocities are all within, I have to look, but they're probably within 15 feet per second, somewhere in there, of each other. In 4 shots varying, it would be 0.8 grains of powder. So you know that's going to be pretty forgiving. So now we can go put this group and these numbers together and play with our seeding depth a little bit to make sure we're at a forgiving spot, and we'll be done. Alright, here we are up at the target. I wrote some numbers on here. So the first one, 28.82. Second, 28.68, 28.97, 28.94, 29.09, 29.11, 29.42. And you can see from 28.97 to 29.11, our groups weren't horrible. We're right at that half MOA mark, with these 2 being the closest together. And these 2 are in the middle of what seems to be a node right there. So probably what we'll do here is we'll come right in here in the most forgiving spot. If these 2 shots were the closest together, or these 2 shots, then I might lean a little bit one way or another, but I'll never go to the edge. I'll always be inside a safe zone, but I might lean towards center one way or another, depending how my groups. This just happened that it seems like right here in the middle, these were the 2 best shots out of all 4 of these. So I'll probably load up at, this was H1000, 80 grains, 80.2, 80.4, 80.6. So I'll probably go right here in the middle at 80.3 grains, and I'll load up 2 shots, and I'll shoot those and see what those 2 look like. And then we'll start playing with some seeding depth. Alright, now we're going to shoot 2 shots at 80.3, see if the forgiveness is what we think it is. And I'm going to shoot for the 3rd line in, I believe it is. It's the next one to the right that I haven't shot yet. I'll use those couple crosshairs to shoot at some of my groups. Alright. Alright, so it looks like our first shot at 80.3 went just a little bit high. It's about 1 minute off of what all the other shots were. And then the second one fell right back in with the ladder load there. I don't know, was that one? Did I pull that? I don't think I did, but felt like I made a good clean shot. However, that also could tell me that the seating depth might not be quite as forgiving as what it should be. So what I'm going to try to do is a rifle, as it gets shot, the lands and grooves tends to move further and further away from the bullet. And so you want to know that your seating depth that you have is at a forgiving spot, that it's out as far as it can be. So when those lands and grooves starts moving away, that, you know, maybe a couple hundred rounds down the tube, that you're not going to lose your accuracy. So that's what we're going to do now. Is we're going to check. What we're going to do is we're going to bump the load, the bullet, back about a 3/1000. And we're going to see if we still are maintaining our accuracy, if we pick up more accuracy, if we lose some, and it's going to start telling us what we need to do with our seating depth. All right, let's play with that. All right, now we've bumped the seating depth in 3/1000 to see if we're forgiving as our rifling moves away from the bullet, see if we continue to keep our accuracy. I'm going to shoot for the second line from the right. It looks like we shot right through the center of the crosshair, right in our last shot. So those last two shots were hole for hole. All right, let's do it again. Alright, so those last two shots, my velocity was 28.93 and 28.95, even though I bumped them into 3/1000. And it looks like that's going to be a very forgiving spot. It actually might look like that is a more forgiving spot than what I started with on our seating depth. Those last three shots would have all been in one ragged hole. And I know that if my lands and my grooves, my rifling starts moving away, I'm still going to keep my accuracy, because I did my entire test there at 3/1000 out, and pretty much across that entire ladder where I'm playing with in my forgiveness, I'm a half MOA or better. So, and those last three shots being in one hole. So that's how you develop a load in only a couple shots. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we're 12 shots in, if I counted right. And I'm going to call that done. I've done this often enough that, I mean, I can load up 5 more and shoot a 5-shot group, but from here I just take it to distance. And what I know is that if my numbers are great, my low extreme spread, low velocity difference in shot to shot, I know that it's going to do great at long range, and we're shooting great groups. That last is definitely a quarter MOA or better, those last 3 shots. And we were playing with seating depth a little bit. So that's how you do it in a dozen shots. Once I started loading like this, it took me maybe, of course this video is going to be a lot shorter because I'm going to edit it, but it took me maybe an hour and a half max to go through this whole process and to have this done. So this is a 300 PRC that I'm going to have up for grabs. It's shooting amazing, and that's how you do it. That's how I do it. Hope that helps you. Hope it helps you develop loads in a few less shots. If there's anything we can do here at Elevation Rifles, let us know. We buy high-end components, put them together in a shooting system, develop a load just like this, and get them in your hands. Have a great day.